How you doing here? Mark Bogan here. Thanks for clicking onto the UK and Europe video blog for today. It's the final day of July 2011 and we've certainly seen a glorious week of weather across much of the UK. We've seen temperatures quite persistently climbing into the 21 to 23 Celsius range across places like Glasgow and the Central Belt, as well as portions of the southern uplands of Scotland. Temperatures uniformly across the UK as a whole has been in the low 20s. More in the way of cloud cover across the southeast of England has been keeping the more typical hotspots such as Gravesend and Kent and various places across the southeast. Those temperatures have been kept more at bay because of the more cloudy skies that we've seen. We had a temperature during the week as well up to 25 Celsius up in Aviemore in the Central Highlands, nestled at the bottom of the Cairngorm Mountains, and it can quite often be a natural sun trap there. So we've seen glorious sunshine, glorious warmth. Thursday was that slight blip as expected, with a frontal system pushing west-east across the UK, and that kept the skies more cloudy and temperatures lower somewhat, but bumped right back up to 22 degrees again in Glasgow and places like that on Friday and indeed yesterday, which was the Saturday. Over the course of this upcoming week, we've got a rise in temperatures across particularly the southern portion of the UK. We've got a fairly decent trough to the west-northwest of the UK, and what that's doing is it's actually channeling a pretty substantial warm southwesterly flow in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere coming from the Azores Islands, that subtropical source region. Although skies could potentially be quite cloudy, we might have even some isolated showers around across the northern half of the UK here in Scotland. But however, that warm, moist air that's been pushed up, thanks to that trough to the west-northwest, we're going to have fairly warm, humid air. So temperatures, although cloudy, it could still be up there in 21, 22, and then by midweek potentially 23 Celsius in places like Glasgow again. So we'll hold on to this warmer summer-like pattern, despite, like I say, I keep emphasising this, a slightly more unsettled overall atmosphere. We'll have that warm air in place. As for the southeast of England, where more in the way of sunshine, we could be rivaling the highest temperatures of the summer so far now, although I don't think we're going to quite get to the 31 degrees, or sorry, 33 degrees in fact, I beg your pardon, that was recorded earlier this summer. We will potentially get towards the 30 Celsius mark in places like central London, Hyde Park, St James's Park, that's nestled within that urban heat island of central London. Under the sunny skies, the warm air in place, we could potentially be seeing a 29 Celsius reading, maybe even at best 30 Celsius. So it will be a nice warm week, folks. That trough's going to remain stuck off the west coast of the UK, and that continues to usher in warm southwesterly winds. So nights are going to become milder. We are going to be seeing temperatures at best probably around 23 Celsius. Where the skies manage to break up a bit, we get some sun penetrating the ground, we could be looking at temperatures in the 23, maybe even 24 Celsius range, even in northern sections of the UK. If you get a place like Aviemore, somewhere like that, that gets some decent sunny spells in the afternoon, we could potentially be seeing 24 degrees there, even Glasgow as well. And but overall, it could be a reasonably cloudy week, but warm, holding on to 21, 22 degrees. And it does appear that the models could be predicting 23 by about Wednesday, I think. But certainly this whole week, I think it will be a warm feeling week, particularly so across the southeast of England. The majority of Europe as well has more region in place, so slightly more settled conditions than we've seen of late. Temperatures probably above normal across the board of mainland Europe. So it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good start to August, folks. And that trough that's off the northwest coast will probably eventually, by next weekend, make a push towards the UK, and therefore could usher in a slightly cooler northwesterly flow as opposed to the southwesterly flow we're going to get this week. Stay tuned to the blog. I'll continue to have plenty of updates for you, and tomorrow by 12 PM Really do encourage you to check out my blog, especially the main homepage where I've got the UK-Europe preliminary winter forecast for 2011-2012. Check out my ideas by clicking onto that tomorrow. Bye.